80% of the financial clutter in your life is caused by 20% of your unexamined habits. Look closely at your bank statement from last month. The digital leaks are there, hidden behind recurring $7 subscriptions, impulse upgrades, and items bought to solve problems that did not actually exist. Most people believe financial stability requires a massive spike in income or a highly complex investment portfolio. That assumption is a trap. True financial survival relies entirely on subtraction, not addition. Right now, your attention is being traded for commodities you will forget you own by next Tuesday. This dynamic creates a permanent state of silent financial anxiety that never fully leaves your mind. We are going to dismantle that anxiety completely. Within the next few minutes, 3 invisible financial leaks currently draining your accounts will be exposed. You will see exactly how a single mathematical shift in how you view transaction friction changes your net worth over the next 12 months. There is an exact threshold where saving money stops feeling like deprivation and starts feeling like absolute control. We are crossing that line immediately. Every financial emergency you will face over the next 5 years is already mathematically predictable. The breakdown does not happen because your income is too low. It happens because of friction optimization. Think about how easy it is to spend money right now. One-click buying, saved card details, and biometric facial scans have completely removed the emotional speed bumps from your transactions. This is a deliberate psychological design engineered by corporations to separate you from your capital before your logical brain can intervene. To counter this, you must introduce the friction barrier rule. This requires a physical and digital separation between your liquid money and your impulse desires. You must remove your saved card details from every single online marketplace today. Force yourself to manually type 16 digits every time you want to buy something. This simple 10-second delay completely breaks the dopamine loop of impulse shopping. It forces your brain to transition from an emotional state to an analytical state. Now consider the second major leak draining your wealth. It is the concept of lifestyle upgrade momentum. When your income rises, your baseline expenses naturally rise to meet it. You buy a slightly better car, move to a slightly larger apartment, or choose slightly more expensive restaurants. This feels like progress, but it is actually a treadmill that keeps you exactly where you started. Minimalist finance requires you to decouple your self-worth from your material surroundings. The most stable financial position is not having the ability to buy everything. It is needing absolutely nothing to maintain your peace of mind. Every physical object you purchase demands a hidden tax. It requires storage space, insurance, maintenance, and your mental energy. When you buy less, you are not depriving yourself. You are buying back your future time and your mental freedom. This brings us directly to the core framework of true financial stability, which is the silent decay test. To run this test on your own life, look at every asset you own and ask a single question. If my income stopped tomorrow, does this item generate security or does it consume cash? Most people fill their lives with depreciating liabilities that they mistake for wealth. A luxury watch, a premium vehicle, or high-end clothing are not assets. They are ongoing financial obligations that force you to keep working a job you might not love. The silent decay test forces you to realize that true wealth is invisible. Wealth is the money you choose not to spend. It is the investments that compound quietly while you sleep. It is the absolute confidence that a medical emergency or a sudden job loss will not change your standard of living. If you are still watching this, you have reached the point where the entire meaning of money shifts. This is the critical realization that separates people who struggle from people who achieve permanent peace. Financial independence is not a number in a bank account. It is a psychological state of total autonomy. When you eliminate financial clutter, you stop making decisions based on fear. You no longer have to tolerate a toxic workplace or accept bad terms from anyone because you do not owe the system anything. Your low overhead becomes your greatest competitive advantage. While everyone else is trapped in a cycle of high expenses and high stress, your minimalist foundation allows you to take massive risks, start new ventures, or walk away whenever you choose. Remember the question we started with: the digital leaks, the unexamined habits, and the friction that has been completely engineered out of your daily life. They all point back to a single truth. True financial stability is never about how much you can accumulate. It is about how much you can subtract without losing your peace. The fewer things you require to feel secure, the harder you are to manipulate, and the more independent your future becomes. Wealth is not what you spend to show the world you have money. Wealth is the silent autonomy of the things you choose not to buy. This journey toward absolute control begins the exact moment you run the silent decay test on your current expenses and intentionally break the digital loops designed to drain your account. But stopping the leaks is only the first step. If your overhead is low, but your capital is still sitting idle, you are simply losing your purchasing power to a different kind of silent decay. To truly secure your freedom, you must understand exactly where to direct your saved capital so it compounds autonomously while you sleep. That requires a completely different execution strategy. Watch this next breakdown to see exactly how to transition from radical minimalism to quiet, permanent wealth multiplication. Cut to black.